Well, last night, Jane Ace got a terrific idea for a new business. A service which furnishes a fourth at bridge, on the order of an escort service, only this furnishes bridge players. She got the idea when Mr. Jackson, the former bridge instructor, was fired from the job Mr. Ace had given. Marge liked the idea so much that she's going to be a partner with Jane and Mr. Jackson. The scene now is Mr. Ace's real estate office the next day at noon. Mr. Ace is alone. Jane asks,
Right here.
Well, hello, Jane. What are you doing downtown this early?
Am I the first one here?
The first one? No, I've been here since 9 o'clock. Betty just went to lunch.
No, I mean, am I the first one here of Marge and Mr. Jackson?
The first one of Marge and Mr. Jackson?
Yes, we're having a meeting here at 12 o'clock.
You're having a meeting here in my office?
Yes. Oh, here I thought I'd be late. I wasted so much time down the street. I just saw a sight for sore eyes.
What did you see?
One of those optician charts, you know, where you close one eye and read with the other.
Oh, sight for sore eyes.
Yes, and I stood there trying to read it until the fellow in the store thought I was winking at him. Is that clock right?
Thought you were... Yes, I think that clock is
Marge
right.
said she might be a few minutes late, but I thought Mr. Jackson would be here by now. We've got a lot of work to do before Marge has to go back to work after her lunch hour.
Well, what is all this? I mean, after all, this is a business office, you know.
Well, this is business. It's the idea I told you about last night. The fourth at bridge service.
Oh, now, you're not serious about that, are you?
Serious? No, it's fun.
Fun?
And it's going to be a marvelous business. Wait till you see the money we're going to make. Oh, this is in the bank.
In the bank?
Oh, yes. This is the best idea I ever had. Honestly, after I thought of it, I had a splitting headache. Oh, I know I thought of a lot of other things that didn't turn out so good, but this. Well, it's so good that even Marge is going to be a partner, and she's putting up her money to pay for all of our expenses and everything.
Wait a minute now, Jan. I don't think she ought to do that. After all, she's worked hard for what little money she's managed to save.
Now, just a minute, dear. Hold your horse.
But this idea is not...
Dear, this is one time I'm sure I'm right. All these years we've been married, I've always listened to anything you told me. You were like a thin god, and I had you up on a pedestrian, listening to everything you told me, and I always said yes. But this time I'm saying no. I'm going to do what I want, and that's final.
Oh, well, I lost track of what you're talking about.
Where are my partners? I hate people that are impromptu. Maybe I ought to start without them.
Start what?
Start talking business.
To whom?
To you.
To me? What kind of business?
Well, you're in the real estate business, aren't you?
Yes, madam, I am.
Well, we want to rent... Let's see, dear.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Ace.
Yes?
We would like to rent an office if you have a vacancy, and if the rent isn't too high.
Oh, I see. What sort of an office did you have in mind, madam?
Well, an office, you know.
No, I don't know. I mean, how large an office?
Oh, well, just large enough for a desk and a spindle chair like that one, and some telephones, and a few little odds and evens. Not too big, you know.
Oh, I see. What is the nature of your business, madam? I mean, what are you going to use the office for?
What for? I told you, dear.
Now, this is strictly business, Mrs. Ace.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Don't look at me. It makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
We're opening a fourth at bridge service, Mr. Ace.
I beg your pardon?
Fourth at bridge service. People call us up and ask us to send out a fourth player for a bridge game. And we send them a player, and we charge them for the player. There's so many people who decide to play bridge at the last minute, and 9 times 10 can't find anybody to play with. And this way, all they have to do is to call us up, and we send them a fourth. Isn't it a marvelous idea? Every time I tell it, I can't get over how I ever thought of it.
Yes, it really sounds quite revolting.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, the more players we send out, the more money we make, because we charge them so much for a player.
Oh, I see. A fly-by-night business.
Yes, mostly at night, I guess. Most people play bridge at night.
No, I say it sounds like one of those get-rich-quick schemes.
Well, we hope so. I'd like to get it over with as soon as possible.
Get what over with?
Rich? Get accused of dragging it out.
Oh, yes, I see.
Have you an office we could rent?
Well,
And how much would it be?
well,
Not too high. We want your black bottom price. If it's too high, you'll have to go somewhere else. We thought we'd give you first chance, Miss Ace, because after all, you are my husband.
Okay. Well, that's very sweet of you, madam. I'll have to look around and see what we have available. Of course, I'll have to have each month's rent in advance.
What?
The rent will have to be paid in advance each month.
What's that for?
Well, after all, in a business such as you just described, you had no tangible assets, you had no credit, I had no way of knowing definitely that we're going to get our rent each month.
Oh, yes, you will. Margie's going to pay you.
I beg your pardon, who'd you say?
Marge.
One of your partners?
Yes, you know she is. Now, you know she's going to pay you, and you don't have to ask her to pay in advance.
Well, I'm afraid I will, Mrs. Ace. After all, we can't take chances in a business that isn't established.
Oh, just a minute, dear. Enough fooling around. If Marge says she'll pay you, she will.
Well, I'm afraid that won't do. I don't know the lady in a business way.
You don't know. Is that a way to talk about Marge?
Business is business.
But Marge is my best friend.
Well, I hope so, Mrs. Ace.
You hope so.
I don't know the lady in a business way at all.
You don't know. How can you say that? You know Marge.
I'm afraid not, Mrs. A.
But dear, you shouldn't say a thing like that even in fun. Well, I see one of my partners is here anyhow. Hello. Hello, Marge. This is Marge, dear.
Oh, how do you do?
What's all this about? Oh, he's got me so mixed up. I'm sure glad you got here. You talk to him, Marge. I can't. What have you been saying to upset my partner?
Well, he started it. He insisted on talking business.
Well, he said we'd have to pay for the office in advance every month. Oh, well, I don't think that's unreasonable. How much can we rent an office for?
Now, wait just a minute, Marge. Are you really going into this thing?
Of course I am.
But it's so uncertain. It's not a stable business.
I think it has great possibility.
Oh, but I don't want to see you throwing your money away. You've worked hard for a long time, and if you saved anything...
Now, just a minute, Miss Gray. Oh, now, don't start that again. Don't start what again? Don't let's get so formula. Are you going to rent us the office or not?
Well, first I'd like to advise Marge against going into this thing.
That won't do any good. My mind's made up. Yes. I know what I'm getting into. I'm willing to take that chance. I've always had my eyes and ears open for some novel idea I could work into a business. I think Jane hit on the right idea last night when she thought of this course of bridge service. It has unlimited possibilities. It could be made into a national project in time if we work it right. First, we've got to start off on a small scale. Why wouldn't you even give up my job until I see it going places?
Well, that's quite something. You'll save something out of the wreckage.
What wreckage? I don't see any chance for this to go wrong.
Yes, I know, but every time Jane thinks of something, something goes wrong.
Well, not this. This is foolproof.
Well...
Just a minute. What did you mean by that last remark, Marge? Nothing, Jane. I ain't had all the year must have meaning something, and I don't like it. Well, I didn't mean anything about you. Well, the way you said foolproof, it certainly sounded like don't be so touchy. Well, I didn't start it.
Oh, Potash and Perlmutter.
Who?
Potash and Perlmutter. They were two partners who were always fighting.
So that is good, you say. We're going to do all right. Thanks for your well-meaning advice, anyhow.
Okay, don't say I didn't warn you.
Now, there's nothing to warn me about. Now, look, you have to admit it's a good idea.
Yes, but just the
Well,
same.
basically it is. You'll have to admit that.
Well, it would be if somebody else had thought of it.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Jane.
If somebody else had thought of it, it would have been good. It just goes to show there's no profit in your own home. If somebody else had thought of it, he'd have liked it. All right, Jane, calm yourself. He doesn't mean it. Yes, I guess you have to take everything he says with a grain of sugar. Of course.
Well, what goes here? I mean, what do you people want from me? If I can't stop you from starting this business, I just can't. Now, what do you want? An office?
That's right. We'd like a 2-room office.
Oh, 2 rooms. Jane just told me she wanted an office big enough for a desk and a chair and some phones.
Oh, we need a room for our players. Sort of lounging room where they can polish up on their bridge. Kill time while waiting to be called out.
Oh, I see. Well...
Oh, well, that's cute. I like that. I never thought of that. Oh, leave it to Marge. She thinks of everything. Oh, yes. Marge is a genius. Yes. Well, have you got that kind of an office available among your real estate renters?
Yes, I think so. In fact, we have one right in this building.
Oh, fine.
It's on the top floor, the 12th.
That sounds good. Don't take it, Marge, till we look at it. Good work, Jane.
Oh, you don't trust me, then?
Well, you don't trust us. Turn around, you know.
Turn around.
Well, suppose you take the Mr. Jackson and all of us go up to look at.
Yeah, then speaking of Mr. Jackson, are you sure he's the kind of a guy you want to go into business with?
Well, of course. What's the matter with Mr. Jackson?
Well, he certainly made a fizzle of that job I gave him at that apartment building. The idea of playing gigs with the tenants there.
He explained all that to us. They invited him. He tried to tell him he was too good for him, but they wanted a bridge game. Don't you know when bridge players are stuck for a force, they'll play with anybody? That's what makes this business we're going into such a sure thing.
Well, I still don't see why you had to take him into it.
Why, he's very important. He's our bridge expert. He hires the players. He sees to it that they can give our clients a good game. Certainly you couldn't expect Jane or me to be able to handle that.
Oh, I see. And where does Jane come in?
Me? Why, I'm the main one. I thought of this idea. That's right.
Yes, but what does she do?
She doesn't have to do anything. Yes, I do. No, Jane, you did your bit, then. Well, if I'm a partner, Mars, I ought to do something. Jane, you don't have to do a thing. You did the biggest part already. You thought of the idea. You're the brains back of it.
Mm-hmm.
I am? Of course, you did all you have to do. I did? Certainly. Now, you just relax and take it easy. Yes, I guess maybe I should. Thinking of this idea certainly knocked me out. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, maybe you ought to go away for a few months and rest up.
Go away?
Yeah, European trip or something like
no,
that.
she doesn't. We're three partners. We stick together.
The Three Musketeers.
Right. The Three Musketeers. Athos, Porthos, and Perlmutter. That's right, Jane. I'm Perlmutter.
It looks as if Marge means business. She's going through with the idea, and we take up further development when next we meet the Easy Ace.